Hey, amazing listeners. Welcome back to Elevate Mindset, the channel where we talk about life, purpose, and the hidden power inside you. Today's video is something that will touch your heart. Have you ever sat in silence and immediately reached for your phone because it felt strange to just be? Most of us are uncomfortable with being alone. Society teaches us that happiness must come from constant company, friends, family, or relationships. If you're alone, people assume something is wrong. But here's the truth. White right pointing backhand index, being alone doesn't mean being lonely. White right pointing backhand index, solitude isn't emptiness, it's freedom. Loneliness is the sadness of not having someone. Solitude is the joy of finding yourself. Some of the world's greatest thinkers, artists, and leaders found their deepest wisdom not in crowds but in solitude. Today, I'll share 7 motivational lessons that will change the way you see being alone and prove that solitude can be one of the most powerful tools for happiness and growth. If you don't enjoy your own presence, no amount of company will ever fill that gap. Your relationship with yourself sets the tone for every other connection in your life. Many people are scared of being alone because they are not comfortable with their thoughts. But instead of running away from silence, try leaning into it. Here's how you start. Take yourself out for coffee. No phone, no distractions. Go for a walk without headphones. Cook a meal for yourself and enjoy it slowly. At first, it might feel unusual, but over time, you'll notice something powerful. You don't need external noise to feel complete. You already carry peace inside you. As the saying goes, if you make friends with yourself, you'll never be alone. Being alone gives you the chance to prioritize something most people neglect: self-care. When you're constantly surrounded by people, it's easy to put your own needs last. But solitude creates space for you to recharge, reflect, and heal. Self-care doesn't just mean bubble baths or spa days. It means exercising to take care of your body, eating foods that fuel your energy, journaling to release emotions, meditating to quiet your mind, sleeping enough to restore balance. When you practice self-care, you send a message to yourself: I matter. My well-being matters. Taking care of yourself transforms solitude from something you fear into something you crave, because it becomes your time to grow stronger. Life is unpredictable. Friends may leave, relationships may end, people may disappoint you. But when you know how to stand strong on your own, you're never truly shaken. Being happy alone teaches you resilience. It reminds you that your happiness doesn't depend on someone else showing up. It depends on you showing up for yourself. Think of solitude like lifting weights for your soul. Every moment you spend learning to rely on yourself builds inner muscles, confidence, patience, independence. When you discover you can handle tough times alone, you stop fearing loneliness. Instead, you begin to see solitude as a form of strength. One of the greatest gifts of being alone is time. Time to grow, reflect, and invest in yourself. Crowds often distract us. We adapt to fit in. We compare ourselves. We lose our sense of direction. But when you're alone, the noise quiets, and you can finally hear your own voice. Use solitude to learn a new skill. Read books that expand your perspective. Set goals and reflect on your progress. Work on creative passions you've been ignoring. This is how solitude transforms into success. You stop waiting for others to validate you, and instead, you build a version of yourself you're proud of. When you're always with others, it's easy to do what they like. Watch the shows they love, go to the places they choose, follow their interests. But when you're alone, you're free to explore what you truly enjoy. Maybe it's painting, writing, photography, or music. Maybe it's hiking, coding, gardening, or even starting a business. Solitude gives you the freedom to experiment without judgment. Many people discover their life's passion during quiet moments alone. Think about it. Great music, inventions, and art often begin in solitude. So instead of fearing free time, embrace it. It might just lead you to the very thing that brings you lifelong joy. We live in a noisy world. Social media, constant notifications, endless conversations. It never stops. That's why silence feels so uncomfortable at first. But silence is not empty. It's full of answers. When you sit in stillness, you begin to notice your thoughts. You understand your emotions. You realize what truly matters to you. Try this. Spend 10 minutes a day in silence. No phone, no music. Just breathe. It may feel strange at first, but with practice, silence becomes a source of peace, a sanctuary you can return to anytime. The ability to be calm and centered in silence is one of the greatest gifts solitude offers. The final lesson is this: stop seeing solitude as a punishment and start seeing it as a gift. Being alone isn't a sign of weakness, it's an opportunity for strength. It's not about isolation, it's about discovery. When you embrace solitude, you stop depending on others for happiness. You become the source of your own joy. And that's real freedom. Remember, the person you spend the most time with in life is yourself. If you can learn to love, respect, and enjoy that person, you unlock a kind of happiness no one can take away. So, how do you be happy alone? Enjoy your own company. Care for yourself. Build inner strength. Focus on growth. Discover new passions. Find peace in silence. Embrace solitude as a gift. The world may tell you happiness comes from relationships, approval, or material things. But the truth is, happiness begins with you. Learn to be happy alone, and you'll never depend on anyone else for joy again. You'll realize solitude isn't something to escape from. It's something to celebrate. Herb,